Okay, so to do something a little bit different today, I thought that I would do a little bit of game review. This has been commented that there isn't enough nerdy content on my channel, but of course while I love games, I'm not really set up to be a gaming YouTuber yet, and I'm not sure that that's where I want to be. So this is Wizards of the Coast Games Duels of the Plainswalkers, I think is what is its official title. Yes, Duels of the Plainswalkers. It's an older game. You get it for download for the 360, which is what I'm going to be playing this on. Now, I've been playing Magic off and on since the early 90s, 93 or 94. 94 is when I got my first deck. I played green and black. So I remember when Ice Age was a really big new deal. That tells you how old I am. My big problem with Magic is finances and time. You're always going to lose to the guy who sold his car to buy all the right cards. No matter whether you're clever or not or how smart you are. But this is one of the things I really like about this game is that I think it was like $11 to download, and it's an older game, and that's fine, but it lets you get into Magic without paying anywhere near as much as you would to play entirely on deck. You do trade off a lot of the customization, and there's a glitch or two in the game. If you play an instant, for example, defensively, it can sometimes glitch. I'm going to pick a relatively straightforward one. I'm going to play my blue-black deck. As you defeat people, you get more decks. I'm going to try and take my blue-black deck up against the red, white, and green deck. So you've got, depending on what kind of game you wanna play, you can pick one, pick an opponent. As you defeat certain levels of opponents, then you get to use the deck you've just defeated. So there is kind of a leveling up. And the more that you use a deck, the more you unlock. They have a potential of like 15 cards in your sideboard that are cooler and more powerful. And of course the NPCs get to use them against you. But the more that you unlock them, the more cool tricks you can pick out. So as you can see, you've got the usual layout. I've got a Glaze Fiend, so I'm going to need some swamps out there as a priority. I'm going to have plenty of islands for later on. So I'll be able to get those in a hand relatively quickly, but they're kind of useless. I'm going to go for a new hand. And this is going to be even more useless, but that will be pretty good. Alright, I'll keep this and we'll see. This is going to be a gamble I'm probably going to lose, because green's going to get a lot of creatures out really quick. Oh, okay, that's much better. So, I'm going to play a black land. Let's get this artifact. Tap to get life. I'm going to need a blue out next, so I'll be able to get that out next turn, and we'll see what the computer has to throw my way. So green and red. I almost don't think there's a lot of luck involved in the NPCs in this one. They always seem to get exactly what they need. Very, very rarely do you see them get screwed over in terms of land. All right, so I've got my first creature out, 2/1 flying. And we'll see what we've got. Nothing? Oh no, here we go. He's going to cast Pacifism on my artifact, so that I won't be able to attack with it. And then get more land. So he's going to be able to bring out big critters pretty quick. Alright, I'm going to throw out another black and throw out some bottle gnomes. If I remember right, I've got some artifacts. This is an artifact deck, so I should be able to pump up the creatures I can attack with. choose 3 target permanents, destroy one of them at random. This is going to go for my land, and I lose artifacts, gain life. Alright, I can live with that. Throw down some more land. Hit him for the point that I can hit him with. He's got nothing to block. Dink, 1 point of damage. So this is kind of the layout. Haste. Rip Clan Clasher. And of course I'm going to get hit for twice as much. Awesome. Yeah, you know I can't block it. Yeah, let's get it over with already. Really? Already? A Woolly Thoktar? Awesome. I don't think he deserves to have a Woolly Thoktar, so I'm going to cast Terror on it and get rid of it. Okay. Bring out another birdie. Gonna leave that for blocking. We're gonna call it a day. Is he gonna attack? No, because he knows I can block it until he brings out Tundra Wolves. Excellent. And of course, even though they only inflict 1 damage, all my artifact creatures only have 1 toughness, which is the big weakness of this deck. So there's not a lot I can do about it. Alright, I'll attack, hit him for 2 with my flying critter. So the games don't take really long on this. Part of the problem is instance. You know, I've had, when I'm playing with real cards and real people throw instance down on me all the time in the middle of, after I've designated my attackers. And they aren't going to let me do that. There's a glitch in the targeting system in the AI where it won't let you destroy or kill or unsummon something in the middle of a fight. So the last in, first out kind of aspect of Magic goes away relatively quickly. An attacking creature has first strike. Yeah. Alright. For starters, you can't play cards. Activates. Yeah, alright. But the problem is it's going to immediately go to resolving. And I have a feeling he's going to have a giant growth to hit me with. Watch. Oh, okay. Wrath of God, destroy all creatures. They can't be regenerated. That was mean. He's counting on having more creatures than me. So anyway, this is Duels of the Plainswalkers. It's got a decent campaign where you can play against a progressively larger number of and tougher bad guys with like $5 expansion decks that have about 5 bad guys and 2 new decks each. So it's not a bad buy, for $10 if you get the entire game with all the expansion decks. Oh man, I needed that artifact. Then I'd say it's probably worthwhile. Again, it's good practice. It lets you play Magic, which is a really fun game, without paying. I know a guy who sold his Magic collection and bought a new car. Right? You don't have to be that guy. So if you've got a 360, ooh, good enchantment. If you have a 360, I highly recommend it. Throw a scimitar on my little Thopter over there and make it more dangerous. This isn't a bad buy. You get to have the fun with Magic without having to deal with the expense and the randomness. You get coherent decks. The problem is you can't build decks according to a picked theme. And that gets kind of old after a while. But I don't regret buying it, when I've just come home from work and I want to blow off some steam, but I don't necessarily want to go like play chess online. So this works pretty well, and I'm relatively glad I've got it. And I'm not going to play through the whole game because that's going to get kind of boring, and he's going to kick my ass, and it's going to be embarrassing at the same time. It's trying to be a way slower game than I thought it was going to be. Ooh, Wall of Spears. Yes, I'm absolutely playing that card. That'll be very helpful dealing with his ground-based attackers. And yeah, well, let's plink you in the air. Well, that's definitely going to be a better blocker if he starts coming out with flying things. But every little bit counts, right? So, it's a laid-back game. If you don't take Magic too seriously, then I'd still recommend it. If you really want to have a ton of control over what you're doing, this probably isn't going to be the game for you. It does have co-op modes where if you have another friend who's got an old 360 or another platform like that, and you want to duel or you want to do co-op campaigns, it has those features. So you could still be able to do it on Xbox Live. All total, for the reduced price, I think this is still worthwhile. If you're kind of an economy gamer, you're not going to buy the newest things right off the bat all the time. It's still worth it. I recommend it. So that's my review for the old 2010 Magic the Gathering Duel of the Plainswalkers. It's a good game for the price, and I'd recommend it like that. All right, peace.